The book of Exodus is a stirring narrative that chronicles the liberation of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt under the leadership of Moses. I found online a most suitable summary of all 40 chapters at evergrowingchristians.com. I have previously recorded the summary for chapters 1 to 9 and now intend to continue with chapters 10 to 19. Chapter 10. The Plagues of Locusts and Darkness. God sends a plague of locusts that devour what was left after the hail. Pharaoh admits his sin and asks for forgiveness, but changes his mind after the plague is lifted. Then a deep darkness covers Egypt for 3 days. Pharaoh tries to negotiate terms with Moses, but then threatens him with death if he sees him again. Chapter 11. The final plague announced. God tells Moses about the last plague, where every firstborn in Egypt will die. God also makes the Israelites to find favor in the sight of Egyptians who give them gold and silver. Moses announces the final plague to Pharaoh, who still doesn't listen. Moses leaves Pharaoh's presence in anger. Chapter 12. The Passover. God instructs the Israelites on how to observe the Passover. They are to slaughter a lamb and mark their doorposts with its blood, which will protect them from the final plague. Pharaoh finally relents after the death of the firstborns and urges the Israelites to leave Egypt. They leave in haste with unleavened bread. Chapter 13. The Feast of Unleavened Bread. God commands the Israelites to consecrate all firstborn and to observe the Feast of Unleavened Bread annually. They must also tell their children about the Exodus. God guides the Israelites with a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, leading them away from the Egyptians and toward the Red Sea. Chapter 14. Crossing the Red Sea. Pharaoh pursues the Israelites with his army. The Israelites are terrified, but Moses reassures them that God will fight for them. God parts the Red Sea, and the Israelites cross on dry ground. When the Egyptians follow, the waters return and drown them. Chapter 15. The Song of Moses. The Israelites sing a song of triumph, praising God for delivering them. Miriam, Moses' sister, leads the women in dancing and singing. The people grumble when they find the water at Marah bitter. God shows Moses a tree that makes the water sweet. Chapter 16. Manna and Quail. As the Israelites continue through the wilderness, they grumble due to hunger. God responds by providing them with manna, a bread-like substance, and quail. Moses instructs them to gather only what they need for each day, and on the 6th day they should gather enough for the Sabbath, on which they should not work. Chapter 17. Water from the rock. The Israelites are again in distress, this time due to a lack of water. They quarrel with Moses, who cries out to God. God instructs Moses to strike a rock with his staff, from which water flows. Additionally, the Israelites fight against the Amalekites and win with the help of God. Chapter 18. Jethro's advice. Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, visits Moses and is amazed by what God has done for the Israelites. He offers sacrifices to God. Seeing that Moses is overwhelmed with settling disputes among the people, Jethro suggests appointing other trustworthy individuals to share the load, leaving only the most difficult cases for Moses. Chapter 19. Arrival at Mount Sinai. The Israelites reach Mount Sinai when Moses ascends the mountain to speak with God. God tells Moses that if the Israelites keep his covenant, they will be his treasured possession. Moses conveys God's words to the people, and they agree to do as the Lord commands. They consecrate themselves and, amid thunder and lightning, God descends upon Mount Sinai.